me tell you a story. There was a time when a dragon roamed the world. Wherever it went, it bragged about its might and wealth. Its adversaries cowered in fear. Whatever it wanted, it took by force. It increased its wealth by robbing the weak and the poor. And then came a hero who challenged the so called might of the dragon. Initially, the dragon tried to intimidate the hero with its sheer size and surround the hero from all sides. But only in vain. The hero lunged at the dragon and beat it black and blue and ended the tyranny of the beast. The world came to know the truth about the dragon. It was all but a paper dragon. The hero of this story is India, and the paper dragon, well, you know who that is. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tejasvi Malhotra, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI English channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. Coming back to the story, in this video, I will tell you how India is shredding the paper dragon at every turn. Let's begin. The Chinese presence in the Indian Ocean remained a major concern as an over-enthusiastic Beijing wanted a strong foothold in the Indian Ocean region, Africa and other island nations through the Belt and Road Initiative, CPEC and other Ponzi schemes. Additionally, by debt-trapping countries like Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Maldives and Djibouti, whilst usurping their strategic trade ports and islands. Beijing has attempted to see through its strategy of string of pearls to surround India. However, over the years and after decades of negligence by successive UPA governments, India has finally become a master player in the region. It is now checkmating Beijing rather frequently with its astute planning and even better execution. The Strait of Malacca is the heartbeat of China's operation, and New Delhi has carefully mitigated the Chinese threat there. It is pertinent to note that 80% of China's oil supplies pass through the South China Sea via the Strait of Malacca, and the growing Indian presence in its very close proximity has hampered China's plan of world domination, as its hydrocarbon supply from the Middle East lays in jeopardy if it makes any sudden move in the region. As reported extensively by TFI, China's agitation in the region is palpable because New Delhi has actively started militarizing the strategically important Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal, which is in extreme proximity to the strait. The Union Government of India has provided 5,650 crore rupees to develop military infrastructure in the region. As a result, the Naval Air Station INS Kohasa in Shibpur and INS Baz in Campbell Bay are reportedly having their runways extended. Once the runway at INS Baz is expanded to 6,000 feet, the Indian Navy will be able to operate its P-81 maritime surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft from the Naval Air Station. Moreover, the Modi government is working on a plan to develop the Greater Nicobar Island as a regional hub with a transshipment terminal, a greenfield international airport, township and area development, and a 450 megavolt amperes gas and solar-based power plant. Apart from the aforementioned naval stations, India is also developing a deep sea port in Indonesia's Sabang, not far away from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The port will bring India close to the Strait of Malacca and nullify the increasing Chinese presence. China has a military base in Djibouti and hold on Pakistan's Gwadar port, which helps it in building a presence around the Strait of Hormuz, the busiest sea oil route in the world. The Djibouti base happens to be critical because Bab el-Mandeb, a narrow passage, happens to pass through between the Horn of Africa and the Middle East, respectively. However, when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, which is also described as the world's most important oil choke point, India has gained an advantage with access to the port of Dukm in Oman that can be used for military purposes and logistical support. The Chabahar port, which is yet another strategic point located on the southeastern coast of the energy-rich Iran, also gives India the opportunity of expanding its footprints and countering China's hold on Gwadar port. India has also signed the Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement with the US that gives India refueling facilities and access to the American base in Djibouti, and the pact inked with France in 2018 gives the Indian warships access to French bases in the Reunion Islands situated near Djibouti. As for the Maldives, India freed the island nation from the clutches of the Chinese by providing a $500 million financial package and kick-starting the Greater Mail Connectivity Project, dubbed the largest ever infrastructure project in the country. When it comes to the Mozambique Channel, India seems to be enjoying a massive first-mover advantage on account of its engagement with the Vanilla Island countries. India is working towards building strategic military assets in two islands among the Vanilla Islands, a Galaga in Mauritius and Assumption in Seychelles, which have been leased to India. Furthermore, India has been signing reciprocal logistics support pacts with like-minded countries that believe in freedom of navigation in the Indo-Pacific region, with an aim to counter Chinese expansionism that tends to destroy freedom of navigation in the international waters. India has already signed such agreements with Australia, the US, France, South Korea, and Singapore. Countries like the Philippines, which earlier used to be in Beijing's corner, have also switched ships and joined India. Moreover, India is part of the 23-nation Indian Ocean Rim Association, which is increasingly looking to keep China out of the strategic waters. The Quad is another welcome addition in India's arsenal as the new world order is being shaped by this particular strong alliance to keep China at bay in the Indo-Pacific region. The courageous decision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his government of decoupling itself from Hara-Giri Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership deal also hurt the Chinese, who were hoping to get New Delhi on the table. RCEP potentially includes more than 3 billion people, or 45% of the world's population, and a combined GDP of about $21.3 trillion, accounting for about 40% of world trade. However, India's decision to not join RCEP has reduced the potential impact of RCEP significantly, which for time being appears to be dead in the water. PM Modi and his foreign policy are well and truly in perfect sync with the national interest of the country. The paper dragon has been cut to size on numerous occasions in the last few years. However, the battle is far from over. China had an absurdly long head start ahead of India, but New Delhi is quickly catching up and sorting the geopolitical mess created by Xi Jinping regime.